Microsoft PowerPoint, running a slideshow and navigating through the slides. We have the file open called SSCT slideshow, and to actually run the slideshow there's a couple ways of doing it. One way is to use these view buttons, and this one in particular. Or I could click view in the menu bar and I can start show slides and record timings. Or run the slideshow. This is the option that I'm going to use, slideshow. Notice the keyboard shortcut is F5, and if you start doing presentations a lot, you'll start using the F5 key. So I'll simply click slideshow. And here's our first slide. Notice that it takes up the entire screen. If I want to progress on to the next slide, I can simply press the space bar, or I can click the mouse button. I'm going to press the space bar and it does a little animation. I press the space bar again and we go to the next slide. I press the space bar again, we go to the next slide, etc., etc., etc. If I want to exit out of this slideshow and I don't want to run the slideshow anymore, I can simply press the escape key on the keyboard. So when I press the escape key, notice that the slideshow finishes and we're at that particular slide that we were looking at. So I'll start the slideshow again by pressing F5 this time. It starts the slideshow from the beginning. I press the space bar, press the space bar, press the space bar. Now if I'm trying to explain something to the group when I get to this particular slideshow, for example, the group training, I can actually press the W key on my keyboard and that will make the screen go white. Or I can press W again and it brings it back. Press W goes white, press W comes back. Or I can press B for black and then B for black again. I can also press N to go to the next slide, or I can press P to go to the previous slide. So there are just some ways of moving through a presentation that you're running. And again, if I don't want the slideshow to be running anymore, I simply press the escape key on my keyboard and I come back to our original screen.